Activism can be as fake as anything. Chapter 1. Ulterior motives of activism. The negative side of activism. 1. Everywhere I perceive a certain conspiracy of rich men seeking their own advantage under that name and pretext of the Commonwealth. Sir Thomas More. 1478–1535. During times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. George Orwell. People seem to hate each other everywhere. In jail, they're not all united as prisoners. They form little groups, gangs and allies who fight each other. Muslims split off in many sects just like Christians and Jews. I saw a documentary about the nation of Mongolia. They have right-wing people there wearing Nazi uniforms going around hassling the Chinese and Vietnamese immigrants. Everybody is in each other's business. They got this term now called virtue shaming. People think they have the right to make value judgments on others who are minding their own business in public. Mind your own business. Be positive and productive for yourself. If you do that, you beat out almost everybody in being a good person. Young people, freshly brainwashed from their liberal education, think they have the advanced wisdom to rule the world. Watch the interviews of young people at protests. They're so delusional about life. Tonight and every night you need a roof over your head. Focus on that. The human ego is everywhere. Pride is one of Dante's deadly sins. Many failed pop stars gravitate towards activism. It's because of the idol/guru thing. Some people have a big ego, need to be admired. The human race is somewhat evil. Good ones try to fight the anger, violence, lust, greed, and jealousy within ourselves. I was brought up going to Catholic schools all the way through. We had catechism, religion, classes every morning from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. If you start reading the book of Genesis, you quickly see that everything is about how evil people are, from Eve to Cain to Sodom and Gomorrah, the Tower of Babel, Joseph's brothers, King David sending his captain to battlefront so he could sleep with his wife, etc. Jesus said to love your neighbor as you love yourself. It's very hard to love evil people who want to steal from you, rape you, and kill you. Who do you trust after hundreds of people lie to you, steal from you, betray you, abuse you, and cheat you? There are no groups of beautiful happy people anywhere united for love. As a Catholic, I was taught that non-Catholics would not go to heaven after death. At heart we're all loners stuck in our own heads, responsible to make enough money to pay our way and stay stable emotionally so we don't break down and wither away in learned helplessness/non-inspiration. Pay your way and stay inspired. That's the best you can do in life. If you think the world is against you, it is. Watch the YouTube video Old Man's Advice on the Bernard Albertson channel. Stay down to earth because the human race is not going to become a benevolent entity anytime soon. The negative side of activism. 2. You're in control. At any moment in time, you're either positively active or a wimp nobody. There is an adage that says give them an inch and they take a mile. Some people want a free life, free money, and free stuff. If there was a guaranteed income, how many people would become lazy alcoholic bums? If we create a society where everyone is taken care of no matter what, we create a bunch of drug addicts who go to the most liberal cities to get benefits, trashing these cities in the process. The Bible says if you don't work, you don't eat, 2 Thessalonians 3:10. Even Vladimir Lenin in his 1917 work, The State and Revolution, said, "He who does not work shall not eat." It's a necessary principle under socialism. We can't have a bunch of lazy, idle people being supported by the government, people who work, because it will breed envy and an eventual breakdown of society. A person who works hard says to himself, why should I bust my butt when this asshole is living off the dole? I'll go on the dole too. It's the most basic rule of life. A good percentage of all activism is lazy people who want a free ride in some way. Business people are always looking for good workers. Anybody can earn a good living anywhere in the West if they're willing to get a job and work hard, but we got a bunch of left-wing liberal lazy nobodies who think they deserve a free, easy life. Society is run by business and industry. All the protesting in the world about anything is not going to change the one main simple fact of life. You have to pay your own way somehow. You have to contribute something. Next to that, all the protest in the world is transient nothing. The negative side of activism. 3. Much of the mainstream media is mind control manipulation. Young people have been rebellious since Plato's time in ancient Athens, but nothing has changed. They sentenced Socrates to death because he was talking to people, telling them to stand up for their rights as free beings without needing to bow down to the government elitists. We live in a quandary. The idea is that everyone must contribute, but Jacques Fresco identified a situation through his Venus project where automation will take over many jobs. If we have extra people in society without jobs, should we, the people aka the state, take care of them? Conservatives do not want to take of everybody, including lazy bums. The real world is electricity, food, garbage pickup, gas and water. Somebody has to do all those jobs for society to run. It can't run on a bunch of naive creative types who think they're artists. The real world is practical reality. There is no Atlantis anywhere. Plato was talking about Atlantis 2,500 years ago in his book The Republic, some utopian Shambhala or Shangri-La that doesn't exist anywhere. There is no utopia anywhere. There are simply not enough resources to provide everyone with a decent house, car, etc., a specialty if they don't work for it, but this is the idealist dream of naive activists. The government will give us a free life. That's why you have to be wary of naive activists. The negative side of activism. 4. People have a hard time living together in peace and harmony. People get mad at each for anything. People sleep around whenever they're in close proximity. There is adultery. The farm at thefarm.org in Tennessee looks like a bunch of dirty young people who feel lonely, so they come together at this commune, but you're subservient to the community at large. That's fine if you're a weak person who doesn't mind hanging around with other weak people and doing what you're told. I was always against the idea of a Walden-type commune because I'm an individual. I don't want anyone telling me what to do anywhere, anytime. There is too much thinking and talking in the world about stupid things you can't do anything about, and not enough basic hard work with your nose to the grindstone. Young people in general are looking for a social good time. That's the real reason for most protests, people bored with life, looking for action, hoping to meet someone cute and sexy. I've seen activism from the inside. Just take a look at who funds some of the biggest so-called activist, non-profit organizations. There's a lot of controlled opposition, kind of like, let's set up some big activist organization or fund this organization over here, staffed by people we trust. We pay them good money and they stick to our script. The system is a runaway machine. No one is in charge. There is evil and greed in small pockets everywhere. Money rules everything. People who have money have the most freedom to do what they want. Smart people without much money get their joy through the imagination and enjoying life without expensive toys. Poor people will be poor unless they join the system and go to work in an intelligent way that will earn money. All protests are transient nothingness in the grand scheme of the monetary system. The only protests that work are protests centered on one narrow specific goal. You can't protest big vague concepts like police brutality, Black Lives Matter, the danger of global warming. To me, protests are the same thing as going to concerts as a young man. Before the internet came around, people wanted to explore sex and love in real life. I wanted to go where the people were because I wanted to meet chicks. That's why many people get involved in activism. Once you pass 30, you don't fit in at nightclubs or gyms. The next best thing is some activist group. I respect animal rescues because they're actually helping animals. All those other ones with their big vague ideas like stop global warming, stop poverty, equal rights for minorities, let anyone immigrate into the country, etc. are vague junk. You can't stop the system. You're responsible for yourself. It's all about money, so get a job, earn some money and enjoy life. Forget the idealistic bullshit they filled your mind up with when you were a naive kid in school. They used you to indoctrinate you to their way of life. Think for yourself. Earn money. Screw everybody with their lying ideas. I'm against income tax. It goes against the first rule of economics, to get money out into the economy to create a multiplier effect. I think society should take care of disabled people, sick people, and old people. Overpopulation is the biggest problem on planet Earth. If people keep having babies unchecked, there will be a point where the finite resources will run out. The Georgia GUID estimates say the human population of Earth should be 500 million. There is not enough for everybody. If we were to open up our borders, there would be over 1 billion people in the US wanting the American dream, which some people say does not exist anymore. We live in a society of lost young people watching stupid pranks and video games online. Almost everybody just wants to be entertained. Most people don't care about the truth in life. They just want pizza, beer, and a new video to watch. The WWE, wrestling, gaming, sports and pop stars are in the top 10 list of most subscribed YouTube channels. When the next election comes around, almost everybody will be manipulated by the mainstream media to follow Party A or Party B. Some crooks will get in, they're all crooks to me, and life will go on. We can't trust representatives. The only true democracy is when the people go online to vote issue by issue and create the issues to boot. It would be easy to do, but it won't happen because an evil empire made up of people who worship Satan rule the world. Read the Book of Enoch.